Alright, I am in Helen, Georgia on my Zero, letting all my shit dry out because it was soaked. If my tent hadn't failed in the middle of the storm, I wouldn't have lost everything to wetness, so it had to dry. But yeah, look at this stuff. This is crazy. That's the Heidi Motel. All of this is like German shaped. Apparently, there's some sort of coding regulation that any new construction has to come in the style of like German chalet type stuff. I'm not sure what the right architectural terminology is, but I think it's crazy. But in a good way. I mean, this is the most surreal town I have ever been in my life. It's almost like a tourist trap, but there's a ton of people here and everyone's really into it. It seems like a lot of the people are old, so I don't know if it's like a nostalgia town or what. I just got out of Betty's Country Store, and yeah, I mean the prices are higher than your average grocery store, but for a place like this, it's kind of like a resort. I guess it's not that big of a deal. They have a bunch of like deli sandwiches that you can order. I didn't order anything like that, but I definitely got a resupply for about what I expected. Excuse me. And walking back to the hotel, I'm just amazed at the motif that is carried throughout the entire town. There's even like, I hope it goes by, there was like I don't know if it was like a polka blasting truck. You know, you have the ice cream man, and he comes along with his little tune, but this was like a truck with a bunch of stuff on the side. I didn't see if he was selling stuff or if it was just like some kind of a, I don't know, hype man for one of the bars. But he was playing polka music super loud, and I've just never ever seen a polka mobile or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure polka's more Polish, but what is the German equivalent? I don't know. If you know, please tell me in the comments, because I haven't the foggiest idea. But then, in case you thought you weren't close to nature, there's the waterfall. And, folks, ta-da! That's right. You're never going to get away from me showing waterfalls. I love the look. I love the sound. Even when they're man-made. They're just so relaxing. I assume there's something actually way up there. And this is just like a front of store facsimile. But still cool. I mean, look at all the people here. And this is Tuesday. This is a Tuesday during a school year. I mean, maybe they've got spring break right now or something, but none of these people are children. So it's actually a place that adults like to go on their own. Look at this. Unbelievable. I love it. I'm actually kind of glad that everything got ruined for a day. And when I say ruined, I don't mean like ruined. I actually had to wash all my clothes in the hotel tub and hang them to dry for about 24 hours. Most of them are dry already, but some stuff, like the socks, take a long time. And the tent, oh my god, the tent was a mess. So yeah, it's a good thing I stopped because it needed to be cleaned out or I was going to get some disease. But yeah, there's lots of beer gardens. Not really my speed, but as long as you're not getting so drunk you're hurting people, I guess you do what you gotta do. But this is unbelievable. How did I gump my way into this bizarre town? I love it. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my hotel. I'm gonna eat a whole thing of pistachio ice cream. And then maybe for dinner, get some Chinese or something. There's a place called Bangkok House or Bangkok Bistro, I don't know. But I think that's where I'm gonna end up having dinner. I had my own trail food for dinner last night, and then the free hotel breakfast for today. So living cheap is how I like. Talk to you later. Got another thing. Check that out. It like runs through the center of the town. I think the lady at the grocery store called it Edelweiss. It's this big old river. It's pretty shallow but wide. It just runs and then goes that way underneath. This is so cool. There's this neat little bridge. As much for pedestrians as it is for the cars. I dig it. Maybe I'm weird. Alright, it is Wednesday morning and the end of my zero. I am packed up, about ready to check out and head back to Unicoi to hit the trail again. Everything's dried out, even my shoes, though I had to use the hairdryer for that. And I think we're good to go. Resupplied and did a lot of stretching, did a lot of relaxing. Walked around the town, you saw some of that. It's a pretty wild town, Allen, Georgia. If you have a chance, check it out. I think we're good. I think we're good to go again. That storm was a real gut punch, but it was also, in a way, a gratifying challenge. Kind of figured out how to, quote unquote, weather the storm and how to get into town and get what I need physically, mentally, supply-wise, and then now I'm getting back out. So the next video will still be about today. This is just closing out the Monday and Tuesday, I guess. So Wednesday's video will be considered, was it day 8 or 9? I don't know. I'll have to look at the things. But this is the end of my break. Back to work.